大リーグドジャースのロバーツ監督は日本時間28日、ニューヨークで記者会見を行い、ワールドシリーズ第2戦で左肩を負傷した大谷翔平選手についてコメントしました。
今朝の感触は良く、可動域と筋力も良好です。十分に良い状態であれば、試合に出場しない理由はありません。
と述べ、29日に行われる第3戦での起用の可能性を示唆しました。大谷選手の動向は米国の各番組でも大きな話題となっており、多くの放送局で大々的に取り上げられました。その模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介いたします。
Monday in the Bronx. He means so much, but that's why in the postseason, man, it is always next man up. You can't feel sorry. I don't care how big the guy is. You have to figure out how you're going to get another guy ready, and whoever it is, Paez, whoever it may be, things change. They change just like that.
This isn't just a normal
how
player.
You think.
Best player in the world.
Do you want to win the World Series, or do you want to have next man up? That's all I say. Well, you got to think like we think like players.
Yeah, and I will say this: if he's out for an extended period or a couple of games, this hugely swings the pendulum back into the favor of the Yankees, because this is a huge bat that you're concerned about, the leadoff guy that does damage 50-50 like we've never seen. This is a big bat out of the lineup. Now, Freddie Freeman, all of a sudden, he's found himself again, back-to-back nights with home runs, but this would be a big miss in that Dodgers lineup.
And, look, if Ohtani can't DH, if he can't play, as you've seen Freddie on the field with his family, I guess it'd be nice to get Freddie off this bum ankle, right?
It makes so much sense. You might not have Ohtani, but you get this guy back feeling really good, and you can't think about not having him. You have to think
everybody
about
in this ballpark is thinking about Ohtani.
That's part of the game.
I've never felt this before. I've been covering post games of World Series since 2009. I've never felt a deflating victory. This is a deflating victory. This is a massive deal.
If you would have told Dodger fans and Dave Roberts and the Dodgers they were going to leave Chavez Ravine up 2-0 with Walker Buehler going game 3, I think they'd say, hey, we'll take it. Oh, by the way, and also Ohtani might not be able to play the next few games. We'll take it.
How about this? I'll take it another level. You have two options. You go up 2 games, but you lose Ohtani for the rest of the series potentially, or you lose series even and you keep Ohtani for the rest of the series.
They'll never give a win. I want to be up 2 games.
No.
Make the Yankees win 4 of the
He's the best player in the world.
Oh, you're out of your mind. Give me 2-0. Right? We'll find somebody.
2 more wins.
Can't replace him.
Oh, no.
You're
to win keeping Ohtani healthy. You got to win 4.
You've lost your mind.
You're not trading a win.
You have lost your mind.
You're saying you would trade a win for Ohtani?
Absolutely.
No way.
When it's a race for 4 games and you have 2, you're out of your mind.
I don't understand where he's going with it, D.
He doesn't know either.
It's unbelievable.
What has Shohei's presence in the lineup meant, both just as a baseball player and as a person, to the rest of the team?
Anytime you had probably the best baseball player in the world, I think it's going to help and frees up some of the other guys to kind of play with a little less pressure or a little more freedom, however you want to say it. But, Shohei's been great. I think Mr. Caston talked the other day about the person that he is, and we didn't really know all that when we were getting him, and he's been awesome in our clubhouse and awesome for our team. So it's been a cool year watching him, obviously with the 50-50, but just kind of the day-to-day and the kind of human he is as well.
With him not part of the pitching group this year, have you had time to discuss pitching tips or philosophies with him?
Yeah, I ask him about the splitter all the time, but it won't quite do it for me the way it does for him.
Yeah, Dodgers, a costly victory there in Game 2, a scary moment in the 7th as Shohei Ohtani suffered a partial shoulder dislocation attempting to steal second base. Now, Dave Roberts was optimistic following the game on Saturday, saying it was just that partial tear. The movement and the strength was really good. Let's go ahead and hear from the Dodgers skipper for the latest update on the two-way superstar.
So, as far as test results, we got doctors scrambling everywhere. I don't have them. This is more me going by the training staff. Shohei, feeling good this morning, range of motion, strength. He should be at the ballpark here in the next 30 minutes. and going to go through the workout. And I think that, taking dry swings, which he's done, but then obviously taking balls off the tee, batting practice in the cage, that's going to be telling. And I think that he's obviously very well aware of himself and his body. So if he feels good enough to go, then I see no reason why he wouldn't be in there. I think it's just, honestly, it's just kind of per his tolerance. That's just what it is. So I guess you can put it in the Freddie bucket, but, guys have had this before and played, and again, it's just everyone's tolerance.
How compromised do you think he might be playing?
I don't see him being compromised. It's the left shoulder, which is the back shoulder, so I don't see how that affects his hitting if he's able to go. I really don't.
Ron, I would say read between the lines, but it seems like Doc was pretty straightforward. What do you make of that?
Well, anyone who's played a lot of sports, like Dave Roberts, has probably had a partial dislocation at some point. The funny thing about a dislocation, and I've had a few myself, is that the initial pain when you suffer the injury is so overwhelming that you can't believe that you can feel as well as you do so soon after that. So I would expect him to not only play, but also be close to 100%. Ironic. We hear the talk all the time of guys sliding head first that you're going to hurt your hand or your shoulder. Well, he went feet first and ended up partially dislocating his shoulder. But, it's the kind of injury when treated by the doctor, within 24 hours, you feel much better, and I'm sure he's going to be ready to go.
It's interesting. I covered a lot of football and a lot of hockey, and I've seen like a full dislocation and the pain associated with that. You could tell it was partial because you said it kind of set in a little bit later, and then it would kind of ease. Now he's rehabbing the right arm from Tommy John. Now he has the left arm. Do you think it will impact his swing at all?
I don't think so. Now, the shoulder is a tricky thing. I remember after the great year that Matt Kemp had, where he finished second in the MVP voting as a Dodger, he hurt his shoulder. In the next couple of years, he was compromised. The same happened to other players. So shoulders are a little tricky, but I think rehabbing his right arm, Tommy John, is not going to be a problem. He's been doing that all year. And if he can stand the pain, the lingering pain that he's going to have, and I'm sure that he'll be able to take some things that'll help ease that pain, we'll put him in a good spot.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a World Series, do or die. At this point in time, it seems like Shohei Ohtani is an absolute gamer. You're seeing Freddie Freeman do the same thing. Exactly.
They're studs, Lauren. They're ready to go.
If there's any time to gut it out, it is right now in the Fall Classic, especially with a 2-0 lead.
また、ヤンキースタジアムでの選手インタビューでも、大谷選手について多くの関係者がコメントを残しており、そちらも合わせて日本語字幕付きでご紹介いたします。通称グリーンライト。大谷選手はベンチからのサインを待つのではなく、自らの判断で盗塁を試みる権限を持っています。この試合でもアグレッシブに次の塁を狙いましたが、結果は2投失敗に終わり、それに加えて左肩を亜脱臼するという大きな代償を負うこととなりました。大谷選手について、マッカロー一塁コーチは、
他に走塁のやりようがあったかどうか言うのは難しい。一塁からのアングルでは、送球のタイミングを正確に読むのは難しい状況だった。
と、大谷選手の判断をかばうコメントをしました。
彼の今季の盗塁成功率は 95% だと思います。常にクリーンで効果的な盗塁を重ねてきました。ただ、あの場面は非常に微妙で、うまく滑り込むことができなかった。勢いでベースを行き過ぎてしまうところを、なんとか持ちこたえようとしたようです。
と、マッカローコーチは説明しました。ご視聴いただき、ありがとうございました。これからも大谷選手の活躍から目が離せません。ぜひチャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。